Hello and welcome to a new vlog here on the channel. It's been, I guess, about a week since I've returned from my last travels. By the way, if you are expecting to see a vlog here with a lot of action, then I'm sorry that I have to disappoint you. This will just be a vlog where I'm sitting here in the nice weather and talk to you guys, because I have a few things that I want to talk about, a few ideas I want to bounce with you guys and get some of your feedback. So yeah, a very calm and relaxed vlog today. I really hope the audio works, that's not too windy, but I mean, it should. But what is it actually that I want to talk about here in this vlog? Well, I mean, honestly speaking, I'd like to hear from you guys a little bit about how you think it's going so far, if it's in any way interesting for you guys. I've kind of stumbled into this whole vlogging thing. I did 4 vlogs originally, and I actually didn't intend to do more than 4. I did them prior to my trip to Amsterdam, where there was the collectors fair that I attended, and it was kind of thought like, yeah, kind of a warm-up to then the vlog that I was planning to do in Amsterdam. But then I kind of continued afterwards. So yeah, now I've been doing it for a couple of months at least. I mean, basically this not entire year, but most of the year so far. It's still fun. There are of course some challenges. I mean, I try to not make it too repetitive. So I don't want to start every vlog saying, hi, I'm in the headquarters recording new reviews, which on the other hand is very often what I'm kind of doing. Since I'm keeping these vlogs, I try to keep them related to this channel. I don't want to make a, you know, I'm not vlogging my private life as such, but I don't mind taking you on this journey when it relates to the channel. That's quite fun, I think, and I think that makes sense for the channel as well. But yeah, trying not to make it too repetitive. Also, I think that I've kind of run into in the last few months doing these vlogs is that when I started them, I was just filming at home and at the headquarters. And that felt very easy, very natural. That was kind of, yeah, I didn't mind that. But of course, since then I've been doing some trips where I've tried to take you along. I've been at some conferences and stuff like that. And honestly speaking, running around in public, filming myself, talking to the camera is supremely challenging, and it comes with a lot of discomfort. Which is kind of funny because I mean, I've been doing trip reports for years now, and that's basically the same, and I've never really felt uncomfortable doing those. Of course there can be some nerves once in a while, but it's not been uncomfortable as such. I have felt uncomfortable vlogging in public. That's something I have to admit to, but it's somehow different. Like when I'm doing these trip reports, there is kind of a purpose, like it's still within this environment of an airport and traveling. So I don't know, in my mind, it still feels like a somewhat closed space, and I can kind of block out everything else and just, you know, do my thing. But these vlogs, I don't know, for some reason it's just different. Walking around in the city, in a street, talking to a camera, I haven't really gotten used to it. I don't know if I will ever get used to it. But I try to film as much as possible. Also went on these kind of trips, not doing trip reports, but kind of showing you what I'm up to when I'm, for example, going to an aviation conference or stuff like that. But yeah, it can be quite nerve-wracking. Now, another thing I actually kind of wanted to talk about is the fact that how this channel should continue. I mean, to be honest, I'm quite happy with the way it's been going. I think every year we have kind of developed the channel and tried out new stuff. But on the other hand, I have been doing reviews of models from the very first video until today. And I mean, in a sense, the concept is pretty much still the same. Although I would argue that if you're looking at the very first reviews to the reviews we're doing today, it has changed quite a bit. And I hope, of course, improved quite a bit. But you see, one of the motivations for me to do these review videos over all these years has actually been quite changing. I mean, in the beginning, I just had a bunch of models and was thinking, what can I do with them? And well, making these review videos was, well, pretty much the idea I came up with. Then, of course, the longer I did it, the more also, I mean, I started getting interested in seeing the differences in these models and how they developed over time. That became an aspect. In recent years, I'd say the last 4 to maybe 5 years, a growing motivation for me to make these reviews has actually been to try to not just review models I already have in my collection and finding older models to review, but to get the latest releases from Wings or anyone else releasing Scale 500 models, and to review them as close to the release as possible, so that collectors could take a look at these models, especially those collectors in the same situation as myself. Now, I live in a country where I don't have a model shop anywhere near me, so I don't have the luxury of going to a store, taking a look at the model myself, and then deciding if I want to buy it or not. So I entirely rely on any material I can find out there, being it coming directly from Herpa or from other collectors or any other sources basically. And for all those collectors, which are quite a few, that don't have the luxury of going to a shop and looking at the model themselves before deciding if they want to buy it or not, it is crucial to get some reliable information on new releases. So that was a huge motivation for me to make reviews over all these years, to try to review new models as close as possible to the release date so that people could take a look and make an informed buying decision. Of course, they should not only use my videos as a source of information, but my hope, of course, has always been that these kind of videos would help them to make up an informed buying decision, whether to get a model or not to get a model. But to be honest, this is something that has become increasingly difficult for me, to the point where it's almost impossible. And there are actually 2 reasons for that. The first reason, of course, is that Herpa's prices are going through the roof. With every new release batch, prices are adjusted upwards, and that makes it really difficult because I love making these videos. I love making these reviews, and I wouldn't have made them almost 10 years now if I didn't just love making these videos. But I cannot make the money back through advertising, for example. So every video I'm releasing is an investment by myself. I'm paying for it. And with these increasing prices, one, I have significantly cut down on how many new models I'm getting, because the times where you would say, oh, this model seems fairly interesting, maybe interesting, let's take it and see what it can offer. Those days are gone. That's just not possible anymore with the prices that we have. So the models that I'm getting are fewer. And another thing, that's the aspect of getting these reviews done close to a release date, so that people get the information well before they buy the models. That can only work if I get the models as close to the release date as possible. But as I have to ship models, I also have to pay for shipping. And that of course means I won't be ordering models if I only get 1 or 2. I need to have a certain amount of models before it makes sense for shipping, because obviously I have to add the shipping cost to the cost of the models. So the reality is I usually don't ship unless I have at least 4 models. It also depends, of course, on the total price. And as Herpa, I mean, this year is particularly bad with their release batches being often really tiny, sometimes having not a single Scale 500 model or maybe just one. And then, of course, it needs to be the model that I actually wanted to have. And so getting enough models together for one shipment is just increasingly difficult. And that means when I then finally have accumulated enough models for my trusted retailer to send me these models, sometimes it's been, in best case, weeks, in worst case, months since these models have been released. So yes, of course, I'm still making these reviews, but let's face it, most of the people who were thinking about should I get this model or should I not get this model and would want to have like this information before buying, they have already purchased the model. So this aspect of making these kind of reviews is just gone. It's not possible anymore for me to do that. As much as it pains me, it's just not possible. And that's a really sad development, I think. But that also means I have to shift my attention. I have to shift my motivation as to why to make these kind of reviews. I still like to do these reviews. I'm not saying that I'm stopping to do reviews, but the reality is there will probably be less of them. And to be honest, I mean, this year is kind of special because we're coming up to the 10th anniversary of this channel. October 29th will be the 10-year anniversary of this channel, which will mean I would have done review videos for 10 years, which is kind of crazy to think about. I don't think, I mean, I never had a really plan with this channel, but I don't think I imagined it to last 10 years. But since we are coming up to such a big anniversary, I kind of want to do something for that. And I have been thinking, to be honest, for quite some time about it. And I'm just not sure what I want to do, to be honest. I mean, the easiest thing is, of course, to say, oh, let's do a giveaway. And I'm not opposed to that. I might do a giveaway, but giveaways are nice. Giveaways are fine. But, you know, the value of it is limited. I mean, it's not that I don't want to give back, for sure. But I perhaps just want to have more value to it all than just make a simple giveaway, say, hey, 10 years here, some random person gets something and that's it. I've been thinking a lot about it. I mean, we could do like a quiz show, like someone could participate and do a fun little game and then that way win something. I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of loose ideas and I just can't really, I haven't really found the one thing where I said, oh yeah, that is brilliant. That is the thing I want to do. If you have any ideas, feel free to share them with me. How we could celebrate 10 years of this channel, because I mean, I think we should celebrate it in one way or another. And yeah, I'd just like it to be a little bit more meaningful than just a simple giveaway. Again, not that I don't want to do a giveaway. I might do it. If it feels right, I'll do it. But I don't want it to be the only thing. So yeah, if you have any ideas, any thoughts, I'd very much appreciate to hear your thoughts on, or ideas on what we could do. And since we are talking about well, getting your input, I think it is also about time to do a new Q&A. I think the last one I did was, I guess, the Christmas Q&A together with Tim, aka HDI International Airport. So I don't think it's too early to make a new Q&A. So if you have any questions you would like to have included in a Q&A, then feel free to also write them in the comment section below. I will also make a post in the community tab, and I will also announce it on Instagram, because usually there's quite a good engagement there to get some interesting and nice questions. But if you have anything in mind right now, feel free to write it down in the comment section below. I will take a look at it and include it in the video. Other than that, I think I have been rambling enough for now. How do you like these vlogs? Do you have any input, any ideas for that? What are your thoughts on doing something for a 10-year anniversary on this channel? And then just any questions for a Q&A. I hope if you have anything to say, that you will leave it in the comment section below. Other than that, yeah, I'm just enjoying life right now. It's nice weather. I don't know if you can, maybe I can show you here. It's probably difficult to see. If Norden is watching, Norden Airport, you might know him from Instagram. If not, then check him out. He might recognize this, but this is at least part of the background of his airport. He asked me for help with creating a background for his airport some time ago, and where I'm right now, this is actually at least part of it. I think, if I remember correctly, we ended up stitching together various places from around here, but this is definitely one of them. So yeah, it's Sunday, it's nice weather, and I think this is the right time to end this vlog and say thank you very much for your support so far, and as always, thanks so much for watching. See you soon. I'm checking out, and bye.